In the meantime, we have been reporting that Bloomberg News has learned that CIT has an agreement for $3 billion in financing from bondholders, and it may announce a deal as early as today. So in the meantime, we are joined by Scott Peltz, chairman of National Corporate Recovery Services at consulting firm R.S.M. McGladrey. It's one of the largest tax, accounting, and business consultancies in the country. And Scott joins us now live from our Chicago newsroom this morning. Thank you so much for getting up early, Scott. First up, should CIT get this $3 billion in financing from its bondholders, how much relief would that actually provide?
Well, it's unclear that it will provide any significant relief. What it does do is give them the runway to either seek to restructure or have an orderly bankruptcy filing.
How much time would you say it would buy the company?
It's unclear that it would buy it a significant amount of time, but if it could buy it 60 to 90 days, it would allow the company to consider restructuring, filing bankruptcy, as well as seek potential buyers for some or all of the company.
So it sounds like this deal would not actually change the fundamental outlook for the lender.
No, I don't believe so. I think CIT is behind and in anticipating these circumstances and needed liquidity simply to maneuver, but not to avoid what's coming.
Scott, this is Peter Cook. Let me ask you, does this prove that the government was right in not providing more of a financial lifeline to CIT? We've got private sector entities here stepping in.
I think it shows that the fundamental structure of CIT was questionable and that the government stepping in would not have significantly altered that. Where the market ultimately lands remains to be seen, because bondholders putting up money simply to keep it alive for an orderly process is not a surprise nor indicative of the market stepping in overall.
Now, you mentioned that CIT was late to the game, a little bit behind the curve. Some analysts are calling CIT's business model simply dead. To what extent is it really more a victim, an unfortunate victim of the credit crisis versus at fault on its own?
I think the credit crisis has a lot to do with it, but you can't ignore the fact that CIT suffered a significant amount of missteps and losses based on its business strategies in addition to its funding model.
Scott, let me follow up on the impact here potentially around the country from CIT. There's been a lot of focus on the troubles facing small businesses, medium-sized businesses, exactly the kinds of companies that CIT lends to. What's your sense about the ripple effects from this? Even if it steps in and gets this kind of financing, are we going to see businesses across the country feeling pain from this?
Well, I think number one, that businesses that are stressed to some extent are already feeling pain, whether CIT is together or not. The better businesses that are being financed, in my opinion, would continue to be financed because there are other sources as well as potential buyers for CIT's business. So while there may be some ripples, I don't think they would be significant throughout the economy.
All right. Thanks very much, Scott Peltz at R.S.M. McGladrey, joining us from Chicago. Appreciate it very much.